the Thursday night games count here. And, man, right out of the gates, the first short week game of the year. Holy crap. Commanders going to Green Bay. What a test. I had Brian Mitchell on PFT Live this morning, and he was making a compelling case for the Commanders to go in there and win. Got me to rethink my position because,
Sure.
Last night, pulled up all the games, score this, score this, score this, first instinct all the way through. And I think that the first instinct, after what we saw the Packers do to the Lions in week 1 with Micah Parsons entering the fray with Jordan Love healthy and looking good.
Right.
Hard to believe the Packers won't hold serve against the Commanders. What do you think about that one?
Well, I feel you. I lean Packers. I do. But, we know Washington's a good football team. Jayden Daniels poses problems for teams, period. I don't care how good you are on the defensive side of the ball. Right? I'm not a believer in that the Washington base running game is this, unbelievable, overpowering element of their team. To me, it's about Jayden Daniels' ability to keep the ball off the edge, and teams always worrying about that makes their running game so good. Also the other factor that you just always see with Jayden Daniels when you break him down is how many plays last week where, man, the Giants defense kind of won the play. It was a good call. They covered everybody downfield. And then he scrambles and gets 4 or 5 yards or gets out of the pocket and still gets a 6 or 8 yard completion. That's where Jayden Daniels is amazing. He just doesn't miss much. Now, Jordan Love did look really good like you talked about. I think one of the big matchups to me in the football game is can the Commanders DBs, if they can man up these Packers wide receivers, right, where I still think, hey, it was a good week last week, definitely. But this is a good defensive secondary in Washington. We know they got some corners here that can shut you down and play on an island. Saying we're still Marshawn Lattimore, right? But if Green Bay shows the ability to get them open, because I got to think early on in the game, the Commanders are going to be like, hey, we're worried about stopping this Packers O-line, stopping this run game, and prove to us you can beat us in the pass game. I would think that's the approach they're going to take early on, right? I think I'm going to believe in Green Bay in that, and I'm going to believe in Jeff Hafley with Micah Parsons and a pretty athletic front seven that I think will slow down the extending of plays by Jayden Daniels. I'm going to go 28-24 Packers win it at home.
And I neglected to mention, so I will now, that the Green Bay Packers are favored by 3.5 points with an over-under of 48.5. So Chris has the Packers winning with the slight cover. It's always hard to project what happens week 1 into week 2.
Right.
Because we don't know how good or bad the Giants will be. We don't know how good or bad the Lions will be. So what do you really glean from week 1 victories by the Commanders and the Packers? So, look, and Brian did a very good job of making me think that the Commanders have a chance to go in and win this game.
Sure.
And we saw the Commanders go on the road to Detroit and dismantle the Lions in the playoffs. But something feels different about this Packers team. With Micah Parsons, with Jordan Love, with that boost that the entire organization got via the faith that the front office showed in the roster by 2 weeks ago today, and I can't believe it's only been 2 weeks that Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers. To me, this is a buzzsaw for any team. This is not about the Commanders. Anyone going in there on this Thursday night, second home game, just 4 days apart. They only have 6 home games after this. They are going to relish this moment. They're going to build on their momentum. I'm going 27-17. So I've got it a little wider. We both have the Packers covering. If the Commanders should cover the spread, so be it. I'll be stunned if they go in and win this one. And if they go in and win this one, then all of a sudden you got to put the Commanders right on par with the Eagles as the favorites in the NFC.
Well, they're certainly up there. I mean, no question. And I think this matchup will tell us a little bit. I think Green Bay is up there with them. I know I didn't pick Green Bay last week, but you know from everything I've told you over the last 6 weeks, I love Green Bay's team. I only didn't pick them last week because I was scared Jordan Love hadn't practiced, and he would look like the Jordan Love we saw that didn't practice last year. But they got everything, so we'll see how it plays out, Mike. But, yeah, you're right. There's something about Green Bay. They seem like they're a team on a mission a little bit, and I feel what you're feeling there totally.
I'd love for that to be wrong. I'd love for the Vikings to emerge as the team of density, as George McFly would say, in 2025. But it sure feels like the Packers have that special shine, especially after getting Micah Parsons very late in the day.
Yo, homies, it's time to watch some games. That's right. We're on to the NFL season here with Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, Sunday night recaps after every game, and much, much more.
Thanks for watching. Peace out, homies. Remember, subscribe. Peace out.